Hello and welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm Teacher Oakley. And for the next hour, it's time for famous quotes again. Today we're going to get all philosophical. So we're going to practice our English by talking about quotes from Carl Jung. As always, I will try to explain any difficulties with vocabulary or metaphor, idiomatic expressions, and the like. And then we will share our opinions about what is Carl trying to say. As always, there's no right or wrong answer. This is just practicing more abstract English, and it's all open to interpretation. So just enjoy, and we'll practice. We'll enjoy practicing English together. Hello, Alabek. Welcome.
Yes. Hello, teacher. How
Hi.
are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Nice to have you with me today. And welcome back, Daniel, as well. Hey, Daniel.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi. How is the
gentlemen.
sound now?
Your sound is good. You're good
Okay.
now. Thank you. Thank you. All right, gentlemen. Who the heck is Carl Jung? Do you know? Alabek, do you know who Carl Jung is?
He's a philosopher, culturologist. He's a very famous man who was to provide some ideas, ideologies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Daniel, what do you know about Carl Jung?
Honestly, I don't know who he is.
Okay. He is. Alabek had it pretty much correct. Nader, are you familiar with Carl Jung?
Yes, I like psychology, so I have to know him.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Good point.
very famous in this psychology.
Well
science.
said. If you're interested in psychology and psychiatry, you would have
You
to
will
know
find his name every day and everywhere.
Freud Jung. Freud Jung.
Yes,
Freud Jung.
yes.
Yeah.
If you are reading about dreams, you find their names. If you are reading about yes, psychology, you have to study them.
Right. So very influential in the development of psychoanalysis and definitely the idea, concepts of extroverted and introverted he developed, as well as he did a lot of philosophical work, religion, anthropology, these types of things. He wrote a lot. And one of his major ideas was the idea of archetypes, basically the concept of the mother archetype, okay? Like collective conscious, we have these, well, how can I explain it? So these kind of collective conscious, all of us have this idea what a mother is, a concept. For example, things like that, and how they affect human interaction and psychology. Very interesting. So this guy's deep. All right. So we're going to be looking at some of his quotes. So as usual, when we look at philosophers, there's going to be multiple ways possibly that we can interpret what they're saying. So I'm very interested to share these with you and see what you get out of these quotes and what do you think he's kind of talking about. Also, keep in mind, who this guy is, and he's a philosopher, psychologist, psychiatrist. Anyway, let's take a look. Some of these are pretty straightforward, and some of these are very, very open to interpretation. So let me do a screen share, and we'll start looking at some of these quotes. Alabek, you start out the first one here.
Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Carl Jung.
Okay. Do you buy it? In English, if I ask if you buy something, it can mean do you believe it? Does it make sense to you? It's fairly straightforward, I think.
I'm not sure about the irritates, but I think I get the main thing.
Okay. If something irritates us, it bothers us, it annoys us. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, should I tell you what I understand here?
Yes, please.
That means that all kind of things that we annoying us, and we get to them pretty much warning or notifying about others. It can be to do some bad effect.
It can reflect. It can teach us about bad aspects of ourselves. Okay. All right. I follow your line of thinking. Although, looking at it from a personal perspective, it irritates me when my wife removes the ice cube trays from the freezer and then doesn't fill them up again. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to learn from that. Yeah, just a joke. Okay. Danielle, do you believe this? Does this make sense to you? Daniel, are you there? Oops. Or have I lost connection? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you. Can't hear you now, Daniel. I'm not sure what's going on. Nader, how about you? Do you buy into this idea? Does it make any sense to you?
Yes, I guess when you, but I guess I don't know the deep meaning, but if it's a direct meaning, when you see someone who's cheap, who doesn't spend much, and you don't like it, it means that you like to spend, or you are generous. If you like someone who tortures people and you hate it, means that you are caring or something. But I guess maybe he has another deep meaning, but this for me this direct meaning.
Okay, well, thank you. Good job illustrating it through use of example. Very good. And by the way, since we're practicing English, it is a very useful tool in your English speaking ability to attempt to explain things through use of example. English speakers do this all the time. It's a good kind of habit to get into. Hello, Daniel. Are you there? I heard you, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
I made a mistake with the settings here.
Yeah.
And that was the problem.
Okay, you're good now. I can hear you.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
I think it means that when we get known about something bothers us about other people, I think we can realize that we are knowing something that we didn't realize we had or we were about ourselves. I, I, do you know what I mean?
I guess we could ask ourselves, why does that irritate me? Why is that so irritating to me?
Yes,
Oopsie. Daniel, you faded away there, Daniel. Oops. Yeah.
and
Okay. Oh, now
yeah,
you're back. Okay.
and then we can think uh and get maybe we could get better as a person if we realize that something that bothers me about someone else uh, actually doesn't uh doesn't has to bother me. I mean, it isn't okay that bothers me. Uh, for maybe some things will be okay that bothers me because it's a normal. I don't know. Maybe
So it shouldn't
something
bother
should bothers me. Um,
you.
for
Okay.
example, someone is using or making fun of me, and that will be normal. That bothers me, for example.
Hmm. All right. Interesting. Uh, okay. Nidar, did you have anything to add before we move on?
Yes, I guess maybe this helps with deep complexes or something. Maybe you see something and
Mm.
you hate it and you don't know why you hate it. Then you find
Ah.
that you had a problem. Maybe you see a father beats his son and you go and have a fight with him. Then when you don't know why, because your father was beating you or something like this. So
Ah.
some yes.
So self-analyzation, sort of.
Yes, yes. When you see some, this helps with the small things. You know that other people do not react. When you overreact to something, maybe because
Ah.
because you have a complex or something, so you can understand yourself better if you think about it. Everybody
Ah.
tells you why do you overreact. It's a simple thing. This thing.
Yeah. Okay. Right. More. It's more pointed and more glaring and more obvious when we overreact. Okay. We're reacting because we're irritated, but good point. Okay. Overreacting. It may be useful to be introspective and analyze why. Okay, that's a very good point. Okay. Let me welcome a couple of new students to the class. E-teacher, really? Hi there.
Hi there. My name is teacher, and
It
I'm glad
is.
to join in this group. It's my first time here, and
Okay.
well, I will let me see what we can do here, and what we can learn here.
Okay. We're having a bit of a philosophical discussion about some
Yeah,
quotes from
I can
Carl
see
Jung.
that.
So let it loose. Whatever ideas come to mind, there's no wrong answers. I'll come back to you in just a minute. Let me also welcome Ken to the class.
Yes.
Hi, Ken. Hi,
Hello,
Ken.
how are you?
Super duper, Ken. How are you?
Yes, super duper.
Groovy.
I don't
All
know
right.
the meaning of super duper, but it's very good.
Very good. That's it.
Yeah.
Super duper. All right.
I told you we need one
Yeah,
class with this.
you did. Yeah.
People do not ask, you say so many things like okie dokie. I guess so many people here do not know okie dokie or super duper. Because I didn't.
Right.
I had to search for this.
Okay. Yeah. Using alliteration and rhyming words to
Yes.
say memorable, well, hopefully memorable, I don't know, or unique or intriguing or entertaining things. Sure. Um, okay, point taken again. There. All right. I'm gonna have to work on that on a class to talk about these kind of phrases like okie dokie, super duper. Okay, Ken, are you ready to get right into it?
Yes. Mhm.
All right. Go ahead and read this next quote for me, please.
Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes.
Okay, Ken, that looks pretty deep.
Mm.
Hmm. What do you think Carl Jung is trying to say here?
Uh, Jung, Jung study about dream to research the human unconsciousness.
Hmm.
So dream is important for him actually to see the world, to see the person or unconsciousness. Outside dream, inside awakes. What is Mhm. Inside dream and outside awakes? Usually people think so, but he said that opposite thing.
Indeed, he did. Yes, that's a very good point. Consider it a little more, and maybe I'll ask you again if
Okay.
you have any leaps, sudden epiphanies. Do you know what an epiphany is? By the way,
Tiffany.
epiphany. I'm going to write it in the
Ah,
verbal chat here. Here's a great English word for you guys to know if you don't know.
Tiffany. Okay.
An epiphany is a sudden realization, a grandiose, huge realization. Often it refers to a religious revelation, a sudden understanding, but it could have to do with anything, actually.
Hmm.
Um, an aha moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, to put it in more layman terms, I guess, if you have an aha moment, you've had an epiphany. Okay?
In movies, you call it the revelation moment or something.
Well, in movies, yeah, you can say you had a revelation. I had a revelation. Yeah.
Yes, you know that at that point when there is a twist, or
Ah,
you know what I mean.
yeah, okay.
When the director reveals the whole plot.
Okay. Um, yeah, I think right, but I'm not 100% sure. I've heard
Yes, I
something.
guess it is a revelation moment or something like this.
Yeah, okay. The reveal. I've heard it discussed
Yes,
and
maybe.
referred to as the reveal, where
Yes, this
you
is the
actually
best moment
show.
of any movie.
Right. I've heard it discussed as this, the reveal, when suddenly, aha, you know what's going on in the story, relative to the story, of course. Okay, welcome, Max. Heidi ho, neighbor.
Hello. I just come in to
Hello.
point out one about Super Duper. Russian people a little bit change it and it sounds like Super Pooper. But if you if you know, we pronounce it not correct, and nobody know what it means. But they say Super Pooper.
Oh my God. Seriously. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, for all Russians out there that may be watching this class or that may view this video later
Super
on
Pooper.
YouTube, please don't say super pooper. Uh, I call my daughter, who's only 1 year old, I call her the little pooper because it means when you when you poop your pants, okay, you all right, you lay waste in your pants. All right, so quite a different meaning there. To
Yeah, and every time when I hear it, just smile.
right, something that belongs in the bathroom, an activity that belongs in the bathroom. You want to be a super pooper. Absolutely, that's very funny. Okay, well, thanks for sharing that important philosophical idea. Very funny. Okay. All right. Thanks, Max. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Alabek, I'm gonna talk to you for a minute. Where's
Okay.
Carl Jung going with this? Who looks outside dreams? Who looks inside awakes? And by the way, when we have this construction in English, really he's saying, you may see it like this: he who looks outside dreams. but he who looks inside awakes. If that helps
So,
understanding at all.
I think that Carl Jung thought that the main clue of uh, psychology of the humanity is laying in the inside of the man's thoughts or meanings. I remember just that Carl Jung's main theory was about a common unconclusively. I'm not sure for that. That he he says that the common people or the crowds they don't have good meanings, ideas, and he said that only that one person, only his inside looks are true, and there is a clue of the psychology.
Okay. All right. I'm having a little trouble wrapping my head around what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I think there's a good expression too. Wrap your head around something, you understand something. I think that basically he's the only one being true to himself is the person who understands himself inside. Is that where you're headed? Is that what I'm getting, or am I off track? Oh, okay. Something weird with your connection, Alabak. Yeah.
There's some problem with the sound.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, let me take it over to Daniel here. Daniel, what do you think about this quote? Looks outside dreams, looks inside awakes.
I think it means that if we look, or if we try to understand people just from the outside, we won't be able to see the reality of the kind of person it could be. But instead of this, we look or we try to understand from the inside of the people, we could see what this really person could be. And maybe we could be able to know nice people, or maybe a neighbor that looks uh, angry. Actually, it doesn't, or he doesn't, he's not that angry. For example, I
Okay. All right. He isn't that angry. He is not that angry. Oh, okay. I see. I think I see your idea, similar to the idea of the expression beauty. No. Beauty is only skin deep, maybe, if you've ever heard that expression.
just a part of that. I'm trying to make it sense with what I have heard here in
Right?
Spanish.
Okay. There's a similar to your idea. There's an expression: beauty is only skin deep. It's only on the very outside of a person. More important is what is inside. Well, okay, maybe, possibly that's one interpretation. Nader, what do you think of this quote?
I don't know exactly, but I guess it means that you have to look inside yourself. You have to understand first. This is much more important than you look to the outside world. If you don't understand yourself, you will never be able to deal with the world. Those dreamers who always look to the world outside. Maybe this is related to the extrovert and this introvert.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Quite possibly. Okay. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of Eastern philosophy that has the same sort of concept of being quiet contemplation, looking inside yourself. I don't know. There's some Lao Tse or one of those. I don't know, Confucius. One of those guys had an expression about the path to the universe lies inside, something like that. Which kind of reminds me of this sort of Eastern idea of truth and real truth and actually knowing the universe is inside the human mind already, as opposed to looking for it physically outside. I don't know. Max, do you have any brilliant revelations for us?
I'm not sure. I think Carl Jung is playing around the meaning of words in these quotes. I think why I think it's because dreams have not only one connotation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
True.
and yes, I think dream it's when you are able to see some picture when you are asleep, and the dreams it's also some kind of your dreams about future.
Mm-hmm. There's actually a third one, which I might,
Which I don't
if
know.
if I might interject. If and this is more sort of conceptual, really consigned to poetry and literature and such, that a person who doesn't, who's walking through life and doesn't introspect, doesn't consider their purpose. Why are they on Earth? Why is their life?
Why I
Person,
live
they are
what I want.
they are living their life as if it were a dream. They are only going through the motions. They are just basically so. There is this sort of other idea that if you're dreaming your life away, that you're just living day to day and you're not really considering any deeper significance of your purpose
Just kicking around
on a piece of ground in your hometown.
on a piece of ground. You missed starting gun
Yeah, there you go.
or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, I have a feeling Roger Waters from Pink Floyd read a lot of Carl Jung. Actually, pretty sure that's
Yeah, good.
totally true, as a matter of fact. I think I read his biography once, and I think that actually is true, strangely enough. Ken, did you come to any conclusions after having given you some time?
Yeah, maybe the dreams reflect our reality or our consciousness. So, outside, these outside came to real in a dream, and if we look inside that dream, we can awake something to notice our consciousness or something. Or it could be related to that, Eastern philosophy or our what is reality? Our life could be not real or the dream. Maybe some some person says something like that. Our life is the butterfly dream or something like that. That means that yeah, that problem.
You talking about the butterfly effect?
No, the one
Different.
Chinese Confucius
Confucius.
Confucius said life is in a butterfly's dream. That's the kind of the phrase.
Oh, I don't know that
I've
one.
heard of that. Yeah. You know what is a reality kind of thing could be.
Life is a butterfly's dream. That's cool. I'd prefer to be a butterfly's dream than, say, a bat's dream. Okay. Okay. Well, here's one that I particularly take to heart and I kind of like. Nadar, would you mind reading this one for me, please?
One looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touched our human feelings. The curriculum is so much necessary raw material, but warmth is a vital element for the growing plant and for the soul of the child.
Uh-huh.
Very wonderful quotation, and it is really very true. You know, maybe you have met the best teachers, but they didn't touch you, and like an average one can change your life. You may choose your course of life because you like the teacher of one subject. So you
Mm-hmm.
may be, you know, all of us maybe like we had like good mathematics teachers, and we wanted to be like a math teacher or something. Or you like the subject of medicine because of one teacher. So yes, it's like you know, as he said, it's like for the plant, it's like warmth that matters the most, and for the child, it's care that matters the most.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
yes, I totally agree with him.
I wonder if that, okay, and I think you addressed this very, very well. The one question that popped in my mind, though, I wonder if it works the opposite way. If I wonder if the reason I hate math was because my math teachers were boneheads.
Yes, yes. All of us had that experience. You know, maybe you were talented in math, but because of a bad teacher, he destroys your future in this
And I
area.
was, I actually did, just to be personal about it. I actually had natural ability and scored very highly on those kind of nationalized general tests. Did very well in math, but I hated it. And yes, I can definitely subscribe it to my teachers. I hated all my math teachers, quite honestly. And I was very good at it. So, yeah, possibly.
And yes, yeah, and one teacher he may make you hate the education itself. You can run
Ah,
out of school because of a bad teacher, even if he's good in teaching, but his style or his approach of teaching,
mhm,
being violent or something like this, may
yeah,
affect the lives of so many people.
right. Another good point. Yes, thank you. Wow, okay. Max, do you have anything additional to add here? Or actually,
Uh,
I don't know.
Pass me a little bit
Okay.
outside of class.
All right.
Sorry.
You distracted. Okay, Alabek, what do you think? Anything additional? I think you here
No,
covered
no,
it
I
very
think
well.
no, I think that that sentence is very completely. It's very pure and pure thought of the Jung,
Mm-hmm.
and it means that that studying or the following for the teachers is for sure it is a very important thing, but the more important thing that uh, when the warmth uh, of the soul, our souls is more important.
Right. Okay. Uh, Very good. Ken, anything else, or shall we
Mhm.
move on? These gentlemen have
Yeah,
done a pretty good job of talking about it. Is there any
maybe,
point you'd like to add?
maybe the teacher's job for kind of not only the teaching the skills and knowledge, but also the cultivate humans. So
Cultivating. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well,
maybe that's human touch is a one big difference from a robot teacher.
uh-huh.
Human
Interesting.
Mhm.
It's interesting your use of the word cultivating, since
Mhm.
he uses growing plant as a metaphor here.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
that's why cultivate appear to my mind.
right.
Cultivate and to grow the student.
Very good. Nice. Good job. Okay. Alabek, I'm going to go back to you and have you read this one here.
Okay. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think it is the same thought as we have read at the beginning. It means that when some person is able to understand his his himself, then he can be understand the other people and how world is uh, lived lived and the other things. I think that's all sentences from his main theory about I'm not sure about the name, about a common unconsciously. It means that
Okay. A collective unconsciousness?
yes, about that theory.
Right. Right. He was really into that whole concept. Okay. Alabek, you are kind of cutting in and out, or at least as far as I can hear you. So it's a little difficult to follow what you're saying. It's cutting in and out a bit. Hey there. Hey there. What, do you have any observations about this? You know, when I see this, I'm reminded of the fact that I've heard before that policemen make the best thieves, and thieves make the best policemen.
Yes, sure. This is the first time I hear it, but I like it very much.
Yeah.
They know all the tricks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
This is much more interesting than the original quote here.
You like mine? Okay. Very good.
Yes.
Okay.
So much.
Thank you. All right. Ken,
because it is the same concept they do with hackers when they employ hackers to find the holes and fix their systems, security systems. These security companies, they do the same.
Right. Exactly. That's absolutely correct. Yeah. Okay. Ken.
Yes, I thought the same thing. Thought the same thing. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, the best hacker can be a best. Sometimes hired by the famous company, the kind of computer-related company, because they know what they are. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know if it's you guys' connection or my connection, but I'm having a lot of problems understanding. It's definitely a connection issue. All right, Ken, can you read this next one here?
Okay. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Transformed means mixed together?
No, transformed means changed.
Change, okay. Like the back to the butterfly.
I suppose.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes I think so. You know, the people often was the chemistry. This person has a good chemistry, or sometimes band. Some rock critics says this band has a band is a chemistry. So kind of, yeah, maybe two persons appear, some kind of chemical reaction kind of thing happens, and it might cause some reaction.
I'm actually very curious. In English, we have the concept of two people.
Mhm.
Often it has to do with romantic, you know, a man and a woman, but sometimes it's two workers, people working together. But
네.
we often talk about the concept of people have chemistry.
음.
Um,
So
the,
kind of they influenced each other, and
uh,
sometimes they create a new or they transform the new thing or something like that.
yeah, and that they have instant rapport, they have chemistry. I wonder if that whole concept actually started with Carl Jung.
I see.
And this quote, I mean, I don't know. Just an idle speculation on my part. I have no idea. Alabek, what do you think?
Yes, I think it is very truly meaning about of the Carl Jung. But I think there is some words that we need to mention. They start here. If there is any reaction, so it means that crowd is just a crowd. It depends on the both people. If they from the different cultures or if they have a different meanings, there will be some reaction. Yes, it's true. But as usually, it's not work because all people mainly are the same, and the crowd is just a crowd. The crowd leads nowhere. That is the main thing about that theory. It's Carl Jung gave us.
Yes, and there definitely is a condition here, if there is any reaction,
Yes,
right?
it is. Yes, it is very important.
Right. I can mix sand and salt together, or I can mix salt and sugar. These are two chemical substances, but nothing at all happens. Right. Nadir, any other observations about this quote?
No, I cannot think of this out of love. I guess reaction here is love. So when people meet each other, and I cannot think it of unless I can think it romantically, that a man and woman when they meet each other and there is like you said the chemistry, and reaction here is love. For sure they change each other. Not only one is affected. And when you see like those people like married people, when they spend a long time with each other, they look like each other. Even their appearance. Yes, you may have noticed this. And people ask, are they relatives or something? Because they even their appearance looks like it gets affected. Maybe it is something psychological. I don't know, but I feel it with some people.
I don't know either. You know, there's some people that hold to the idea that people begin to look like their pets if they, or vice versa. No, really.
This is much worse.
I'm actually being serious. This is kind of a concept, an accepted idea, especially in America, where of course people are so very fond of their pets and treat them as if they were actual family members. Yeah, I know it's funny.
And you have a dog, then you look like a dog.
Yeah, well, you start to look the same. You can probably Google it or whatever, search it, people that look like their pet, and you're going to find just tons of material because this is kind of a concept. It's funny. It's amusing.
You took it to the next level. I stopped that a man and his wife.
I did take it to the next level, but that's what I do. Alright. Nadia, can you read this one for me? Get another one here.
Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol or morphine or idealism.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it is true or not. But yes, like too much of anything is not is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's a good thing. If you are too kind, you add the word to any word, whether it is good or bad. then it becomes very it has a negative effect.
That is
So
correct.
yes, so maybe that's why he said any kind of addiction can destroy your life.
Yeah, and relative to your observation that TOO2 is negative, that is correct. This is a very common mistake for second language users. So relative to English, I want to point this out. If something is too whatever, then you are critiquing it as a negative thing. If you say, oh, Philippines is beautiful, there are too many trees, there are too many beaches, you're saying that there's more than there should be. All right, so it is a negative critique. Good point. Thank you. And also in relation to what else you're saying, I don't remember if it was Plato or Socrates. I get their quotes mixed up, but one of them said simply moderation in everything.
Yes.
Basically.
And even in religion, we have the same in Islam. It is the same concept that moderation is the same.
Okay. That's okay. Interesting. Good to know. Ken?
It is called the religion of moderation.
Religion of moderation.
Very, very famous one. Very
Okay.
famous slogan here.
Okay. Thank you. Ken, what do you think of this quote?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Maybe too much indulge one thing called side effect, and physical side effect and or kind of side effect for the society. For example, if the alcohol and morphine is a kind of chemical, so it clearly show as it's addictive or a lot of side effects or avoid it. So as a result, we clean that thing, and we can do whatever we want to get that chemicals. And maybe sometimes idealism too. In order to search idealism, people do a lot of vicious things in the history in the past. So maybe this quote says that kind of thing, yes. And some religion says yeah, same thing. That kind of moderation is important. Yeah, it is said in the Buddhism too. Kind of, I forgot the word. Kind of, golden mean or something, or middle course. I don't know the proper translation in English. Or middle way.
The middle way.
Yeah.
No, that's right. I've heard that before. The middle way. Yes, the whole concept of the middle way. Absolutely. Yeah. Even people can be addicted to something which is thought to be good for them. People can be addicted to exercise, for example, but that's not necessarily always good either.
Yeah.
You have that expression, he kills me with kindness, I guess.
Killed me with kindness. Yeah.
Yes, because he's too kind.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Killing me with kindness. Overdoing it. Yeah. True. Okay. All right, let's... Ooh, this is a weird one. I don't want to look at this one. It's a weird one. Okay, Max, you're back. So can you read this one for me? It's a weird one considering the source. That's all I mean. It's strange to me that Carl Jung is saying this. But go ahead, Max.
We are born at a given moment, in a given place, and like vintage years of wine, we have the qualities of the year and of this season of which we are born. Astrology does not lay claim to anything more.
Aha.
I don't know what he said. Of
Okay.
course we are born given moment and given place. But
Right.
who gave it?
No, okay, let me first explain. At a given moment, at a specific moment, it's not really given like I give you a present, not like that. Uh, we have expressions in English, any given moment, war could break out, okay? Nobody's giving the moment, it's just an expression at any particular or any possible or particular, both at the same time at any given moment. At any given place, okay, in any possible place, or but specific at the same time. Any possible but specific place.
Person
Okay.
which we are born astrology does not like. Okay, and he compares us with wine.
Compares us with wine, yes.
Yeah, some kind of where when you older, you're more quality.
No, well, like vintage. Well, he does mention vintage. Yeah, you have a point there. Vintage means older. Okay. Yeah, he's making an analogy. He's comparing the qualities of the wine with the qualities in ourself. We have the qualities of the year and the season which we're born. Just like wine, wine tasters can tell you what vineyard, what year, everything. Because for those who are experienced in wine tasting, they can tell you exactly. They can tell you what year this wine was made, in what place, in what region. They can even tell you what field the grapes came from, if they're very good. So that's kind of the
it doesn't add up.
Doesn't add up. Okay. Let's see. Well, you also have to know a little bit.
Astrology doesn't lie. I think I got the idea, but
okay.
Your life depends on where you was born and where you in which place.
Yeah.
Which year, which season.
Yeah, that your personality and you will reflect the qualities of that year and season and time and place. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Okay. Max, I'm going to let you off the hook. Alabek, what do you think of this quote?
Yes, I partly agree with Max.
Really?
But I didn't say anything.
Well, okay, Alabek, continue.
Okay, and it means that we born in some years or some determinated place or think. It means that our time, born time, and our place, territory, maybe our political system is determining our future and our psychology in the future. And astrology does not lay claim to anything more. It means that astrology does not pretend to be the truth in that case. That astrology is just astrology.
Yeah.
So I think.
Okay, this does not claim to do anything more. Astrology basically claims to talk about the characteristics of a person born in a certain place at a certain time. Okay, and to draw similarities. All right, fair enough. Okay, Alabek, determines or determined. These are determined past tense, or these determine. It determines our future. Okay, not determinating, determines. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Ken, what do you think of this big bad beauty from Carl Jung here?
maybe he want to say we are born in the right time in the right place.
Okay.
And
For
maybe
us.
for us. Or I don't know, for us, for whatever, for whoever. But anyway, the last line he criticized astrology. Maybe the astrology does not say nothing more. It's just born in the right person, right time, like vintage wine.
I think he's not criticizing astrology. Because he's saying, okay, this is my view. Astrology basically says the same thing.
Right.
I don't think it's a critique. The way it's worded, it does not lay claim to anything more. It doesn't say it knows any more than that. That's simply the fact that you're born in a perfect place, a time of year in the winter instead of the spring, in a certain place, maybe in a time of war or a time of peace. Maybe you're born in the morning as opposed to in the middle of the evening. All of these things help determine your character later in your life. And then he says astrology says the same thing. So he compares that to wine, which in fact is so deeply unique to specific time and place that it can be determined by a qualified sommelier within a few feet of where this grape came from, literally, which is an excellent, if you're going to make a comparison, that's a pretty good one, an analogy. Anyway, I find it interesting that he says this. Nader, do you have any take on this quote?
I don't know. I guess you said it is not a critique of astrology. I don't know. It's supposed. I thought it's supposed to be a critique of astrology. If we compare it to psychology, astrology it only depends on the season. This horoscope concept. Your personality depends on the season you were born in, which cannot be true. And if you compare it to psychology, which analyzes everything, it analyzes the environment, everything, every part, so they can understand the human beings. If you compare it to astrology is nothing but only like it deals with people like plants. They are born in winter, so they belong to this horoscope. They are they are smart because they were born in certain season or certain place. So it doesn't make much sense. That's what I saw, but I don't know.
Okay. It could be. It could be that he's. It's weird that it could be looked at in both ways, as a critique of astrology and basically as a way of saying all astrology does is say that, of course, where you're born influences your life. So it's very simple. Is that a critique, or is that saying
this one is okay, but the season part is that is the one that confuses me, because I don't believe that human being is has nothing to do with the season he was born in.
Okay.
And this is the whole concept of astrology.
The whole concept of astrology is going to have to wait for another class.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it is a topic worthy of another class in all actuality, because it's a lot to talk about there. But I have to go, so thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. And I'll see you next time here on Verbling. Actually, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
See you. Bye.